Dust 2 is a very well known map in and outside of CSGO and can be considered Valve's favourite child. Well, second favourite. With such a popular map, let me show you how you can open it up. Heya I'm Smirky, and today I want to look at some entries and opening kills you can do on the T side of Dust 2 with rifles, so let's begin. Let's start with long, and it's worth noting for the majority of these opening attempts, you will need a good spawn. In round 17, we're going to see Brokey and Twistzz do the most well-known attempt in Dust 2 by Twistzz throwing this flashbang and Brokey peeking out towards the door to find an opening. But unfortunately in this round he doesn't get anything, but the flashes do get shots off the angle. And in this round we're going to see something similar, where Axel will flash, Hobbit will peek, and he will get an opening kill for his team. In round 13 against FaZe, Twistzz going to creep his way out with a teammate in Tabsen close by, but in a second they're going to get a flashbang, Twistzz will peek out and will get the kill onto Rain. And this play could be really effective because if there is a player on pit, it's going to be really difficult for them to manage it as you're already up so close. Twistzz going to have a really nice smoke, which smokes off the corner and allow him to peek at the same time. And this lineup could be really useful even if you're just taking long as normal. In this round he's going to run down, aim towards the middle of these wires and jump throw. From here he'll get supportive flashbangs, but doesn't decide to peek out. If Twistzz was to peek out, any CTs wanting to cross or peek towards door would have to peek towards the right side of the smoke where it's very predictable. And I'm sure we all know this smoke, but I will show it anyway. In round 15, Tabsen's going to do the Vitality smoke and Twistzz will peek off it. He will throw a flashbang, wait for any uncommon utility, but doesn't get a kill in this round. But the smoke should extinguish any D-Molotovs, allowing Twistzz to hold the angle. Now let me show you some ways how to take cat control and potentially get an opening for your team. In this round Twistzz is waiting towards mid, but FaZe are wanting to push down, so Twistzz will flash the door, and Brokey will flash Twistzz and Karrigan towards short. And if a CT was holding, he would be really vulnerable. And with Big, we're going to see the exact same thing. They're both going to throw flashbangs and then peek off it. And it's worth noting in this round, Tabsen does something pretty smart, where he hides behind the wall just in case FaZe wanted to do a flash play on Cat. Now you can also help take cat control from lower, like in this round where Keto is going to come down and he's just going to dry peek it. It is worth noting he might be vulnerable to any CTs holding the angle, but if you're confident in your aim and you think it's going to be an eco, you can certainly try this. But after having a quick clear, he will later go back towards B. But if you're a bit cautious and you don't want to peek into an AWP maybe, you can do this flash like Rain. In this round he's just going to run and left click for this flashbang, and this will bounce off the wall, blinding any CTs holding the angle. And against Cloud9 we're going to see something similar from Crimbo, but I prefer his lineup a lot more due to its consistency, and the flashbang is a lot harder to see due to being behind a wall for a longer duration. While I was watching all these Dust 2 demos, I noticed the most common peek that all these teams did was this one, where a teammate like Sirson would flashbang a player like Keto towards door. And doing a play like this, especially early in the round, could potentially catch a CT opener off guard, or any plays hiding behind the doors. But you can see after the flashbang, Keto's just going to run straight in and see if he can get a frag towards CT. And Rain's going to do the exact same thing, but you want to keep an eye on Rain's crosshair placement, as he's sure to clear a lot of his angles when he gets flashed in for the short duration. Now another common play I saw was trying to peek CT using this smoke. In this round Keto's going to throw the smoke and then will molly the corner, but in this round Big decided not to use it. And these pieces of utility will force people around door to fall back and can lure the rotator in to hold CT, and perhaps maybe lure the second B player in. Twistzz is going to do something similar for Karrigan, where Twistzz is sitting outside long and will do the smoke for him by aiming at the bottom left of this window and tapping W and jump throwing. If you want this key bind, I'll put it in the description. But with this smoke, Karrigan's going to flash himself out, will clear his angles and will be a bit patient just in case Australis wanted to re-aggress towards mid doors. But when Karrigan's confident, he's going to smoke CT, use the smoke to try and get a bit of a one-way towards window, but unfortunately for him, he's about to get sandwiched. Now after the changes made to Dust 2 by Valve, it's a lot more common for CTs to aggress towards lower. So how about we find some ways on how to deal with that, and perhaps use it to gain a man advantage for the T side. Now this is a flashbang that everyone should be using if you're going towards lower. Twistzz is going to come towards tunnels, aim around here and run and left click for the flashbang. The flashbang should blind any players holding towards lower and allow Twistzz to peek out afterwards to try and clean up. In this round Bit's going to do something similar, where Bit's going to throw the flashbang, they're going to peek together, however they're both going to die to Dexter. But you can see from Frag's POV, he sees the flash coming, he's forced to turn, then straight after he has to fight Bit. A common play I saw towards lower is instead of throwing flashbangs, some people use the Molotovs like Hobbit and Rain. In this round Hobbit's going to come down, clear his close left, and after waiting for a few seconds, he will throw this Molotov. The Molotov will bounce off the wall and land behind the boxes, forcing any hiding CTs to be in the open where Hobbit will watch it with his crosshair. And Bit's going to do the exact same thing, where he's going to come down, clear his left, and then throw the Molotov. And this will allow him to be a bit more safer. Now what happens if you want to try something towards short? Well, let me show you some ideas. In this round Keto's going to throw this flashbang, and we'll wait for it to pop. Once he pops, he's going to go for a peek, and any players towards his general area may be screwed by the flashbang, but a play towards Rain would be certainly blind and forced to fall off. However, Electronic's going to do something a bit different. In this round, he's going to throw a Molotov, wait for any potential re-aggression, but once he's ready, he's going to throw a flashbang, but instead of waiting for it, he's going to peek straight after. And by doing this, you could catch a CT trying to turn away from the flashbang and get the kill onto them. Now, out of all the demos I watched, this is the only time I've seen this used, but I might as well show it. In this round, Twistzz and Karrigan are going to do this run boost and send Twistzz all the way towards short. And if Twistzz was lucky, he may be able to spot a CT, perhaps trying to fall off from the Molotov, or perhaps trying to reposition themselves. But not wanting to die to the Molotov, he will fall off. Now this is a Molotov everyone should know. If you come towards the wall, aim towards here and left click throw, you will throw a Molotov towards short that will burn any players out of position. And from here you may be able to swing out and get a frag onto a CT player who could be trapped in front of the Molotov. In this round, Electronic will also use a Molotov and it's going to greatly benefit him. He'll come through cat, run for this Molotov and then take cover. And the reason why he takes cover is because as soon as the CTs hear or see the Molotov, they might do some sort of flash play. So just to prevent that, Electronic will hide behind the wall and wait for it. But when he thinks nothing will happen, he'll go for a peek, Nex is forced into the open, and Nex will die. But Electronic's not finished, and he wants to grab a frag himself. Now hopefully the video gave you some new ideas on how you can tackle the T side of Dust 2. If you have any ideas you want us to check out, feel free to put in the comments below and we'll have a look. Perhaps you want to spice up your Dust 2 long executes. Well, Big had a really unique execute that I highly recommend checking out. The video will be exclusively on my Twitter. Apart from that, thanks for watching, see you in a bit.